Yep, that title's correct. We're making 24 karat gold dusted buffalo wings, and they're not only gonna taste incredible, but they're gonna look absolutely outrageous. Stay tuned. Okay, so 24 karat gold buffalo wings. A lot of restaurants have served these, and they become very popular. They're also outrageously expensive. Today, these are going to cost us about $300 to $400 just to make them. And most restaurants are going to sell them for somewhere between $500 and $1,000. So they're absolutely crazy expensive. But make sure you watch to the end of the video, because I've got a secret I'm going to show you where you can save about 95% on the cost and make them look just as good. So let's get right into this, and that starts with our chicken wings. Okay, we're gonna start with our wings here. We basically have two different types. We have the little drummies, and then we have, most people are gonna call them the flats, right? We have maybe about 18 of them here, a few pounds. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by just seasoning these, and then we're gonna get them in the oven and bake them. So this is basically a 4-step process. Now, regardless if you're making the gold wings or not, we're going to still make these the same way we make all of our buffalo wings. This is exactly how we cook them in the restaurant as well. So it's a great process. A couple extra steps, but they come out crispy and perfect every time. So again, we have our wings. To this, we're going to add salt. And again, sorry about the wind. We're going to add some white pepper. And then we're going to add some aluminum-free baking powder. Now, very important, aluminum-free baking powder, okay? Don't use baking soda. And the aluminum-free just takes the taste out of it, because you'll get somewhat of a metal or metallic taste if you don't get the aluminum-free. Then again, this is going to dry out the skin for us, help make it crispy. So we always want to add that into our buffalo wings. Now we're just simply going to mix these all together. Again, all you're trying to do here is just make sure you have everything evenly coated with the salt, pepper, and baking powder. Okay. Now we're going to grab a tray here, and I have some parchment paper on the bottom. This saves a lot of time, because what will happen is this stuff's going to drip, it's going to get messy on the bottom of your pan. It saves a lot of time in cleanup. You put some parchment paper down. We're actually going to remove the rack, and we're going to lay these down on our parchment paper here. And again, guys, sorry about the wind. It is gusting as usual today. For those of you who watched our previous videos, you know that that is something that is fairly common. Okay, make some room for a few last pieces, and we're good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get these in our oven, and we're going to put these in an oven 375 degrees, and we're going to cook them till they're basically nearly done, about 160 degrees or so internal temperature. I know that's hard to take an internal temperature on a wing. There's so little meat, but we're going to cook them for about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, till they're just about done. And then we're going to take them out, and then we're going to go to our third step. Okay, wings are out of the oven. It took about 40 minutes, and this is what they should look like. So they're going to look a little bit light, but that's exactly what you want them to be. Because remember, we're going to go to our third step here. Remember, this is a 4-step process. So the first step, seasoning. Second step, cook them in the oven. Third step, we're going to put them in the fryer. Now, these are nearly cooked, so we're only going to have them in the fryer for probably about 5 minutes, but that's going to crisp up the skin, and then I'll go to our last step. So into the fryer. Okay, wings in the basket. We're going to split this into 2 different batches, about 11 wings per. Looks like we have 22 total here. Remember, the oil's at 375 degrees, just about 5 minutes. And these are, I believe, going to be completely done. Let's take a quick look here. Oh yeah, perfect. It's exactly how you want them to look. Okay, we'll take these out of the oil, let these drain a little bit. All right, so our wings are done now. We've got them in a bowl here. We're going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper in there as well, just to give them a little more seasoning. Mix them up a little bit, and you want to do this when they're hot, right out of the oil. Okay, so we'll put those aside. Now, last of the 4 steps. Remember, we had 4 steps here. So we seasoned, we baked, we fried. Now, lastly, we're going to make our buffalo sauce with our gold, and we're going to go ahead and add our wings to it. So, okay, so last step, and this is going to start with a pan of about 6 tablespoons of butter, and let that start melting down over medium heat. And when your butter is just about like this, just about completely melted, we're going to add a few things to it. 1, a little bit of garlic powder, about a half a cup of hot sauce. And use whatever hot sauce you like. About a tablespoon of sugar and a little apple cider vinegar. And we're going to mix this up. And that's all the ingredients in the buffalo sauce. Very simple to make. Ordinarily, you'd stop here. You'd sauce your wings and you'd be done. Start eating, but we're gonna have to add this gold to it. Now again, I've never made this, so I'm not sure how this is gonna come out, but we're gonna add our gold. We'll play around with the amounts a little bit of it and see how it looks as far as the coloring in the buffalo sauce. And then we'll also dust the top of the wings before we plate them as well to give them a little more color. And you're gonna keep this on the heat until you get kind of a soft simmer. Then you're gonna go ahead and turn it off and add your wings. So why don't we go to our 24 karat gold powder. It's about 2 grams. I'm curious what this thing tastes like. Tastes like nothing, so that's actually a good thing. That means we can put more in there if we have to get the right color. I was worried about what this would taste like. It might have a little bit of a metallic taste to it, but it doesn't. So that's actually really good. We can go ahead and just load it up and get a really, really deep gold color. I'm kind of excited. This is kind of cool. I know what the wings are going to taste like. They're always great. And this process, 4-step process, it's so simple. Again, baking them, then frying them this way ensures that you don't ever have to worry about them being undercooked. But the gold kind of puts a wrench into this, right? It's different because I don't know what this is going to look like or taste like, but I'm excited to see. And I hate this to be a failure because it was almost a $500 failure. Okay, now we're getting a little bit of bubbling going on here. And let's go ahead and add our gold. No time like the present. Now I'm not sure how much to add. We're going to start there. And if we have to add more, we can. Oh, that does have a cool color to it. With the red hot sauce and the gold, really looks really cool. I'm gonna put just a little bit more of it in there. Again, there's no taste to it, so it's not gonna hurt the flavor. This gold's going everywhere, but looks really good in the pan. I don't know if you can see that on the camera really well, but it looks really cool in the pan. So now we're gonna go ahead and we'll turn our heat off. We've got a good mixture here. So we're gonna go ahead and add our wings to this. And let's start stirring them up. It's a much easier job for tongs. I'll tell you what, guys, it looks pretty good. Just got to make sure you get the gold separated from the rest of the sauce. But I am liking the way they look. Put these in a pan here. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of this dust and actually add it to the bowl here just to give it a little more of a coating. Wow. You can see that, but these are really, really gold. So let's plate them and then we'll taste them. I went ahead and dusted the bottom of the dish a little bit with some of the gold. Figured why not? Can you have too much gold on there? So now let's go ahead and put our wings in. Put some drummies in there as well. Okay guys, I hope this is doing this justice because these things are crazy gold. I mean, they are unbelievably gold. So last thing is we need to give this a taste. Let's see how they came out because I'm a little bit curious what they're going to taste like after after so many steps. But if you look here, I mean, these are unbelievably gold in color. So let's give it a shot. Crunchy. Oh, wow, they're really good. They have that perfect flavor of the buffalo sauce, the hot sauce. You can feel it. Got gold everywhere here. But wow, they taste really good. They're crunchy. That 2-step process, adding that baking powder really helps. Helps dry out the skin and then baking them so they're basically cooked, frying them. And the cool thing is you can bake these the day before or early in the morning. Then when you're ready to serve them, game time or what have you, drop them in your fryer for 5 minutes and serve them. Okay, so remember I said stay all the way to the end. I was going to show you a way to make this for about 5% of what we spent. And it's all about the wing dust, okay? And this is the 24 karat gold dust that we used. It's edible, but this is nearly $300. And we used almost a half of these. So about $450 worth. This is something else you could buy. This is just cake decorating dust. That's gold. This was $4. So, you want to know the easiest way to make this recipe. Make it the same way we did, but add just the inexpensive cake decorating, just gold dust. You get a very similar effect. Doesn't come out quite as bright gold, but it looks really, really good. And for those special occasions or to impress your friends or family, this is a great thing to make. Again, the wings are exceptional just the way they are. And I would encourage you to make this recipe without the gold. Just make the buffalo wings. They're just perfect every time. Again, just kind of adding this little bit of a gold coloring to it. makes it look really cool. And the 24 karat gold didn't hurt as well. So again, $500 wings, they were exceptional, but you can make them for about $10 and they're gonna be just as great. There we have it. 24 karat gold wings, about $500 worth. So, hope you enjoyed this video and all our videos. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Hit that post notification bell so you get notified whenever we put out a new video, which is every week, every Thursday to be specific. Remember, our merch, Make America Grill Again, is going to be dropping soon. Make sure you subscribe so you get notified when that happens, and make sure you follow us on all of our other social media channels as well. I enjoyed this journey with you. Hope you did as well. Remember, with IQ Barbecue, everyone could be a genius in the kitchen, and a wealthy genius at that. Have a good day.